Year's Eve, gunning to Old Trafford here with your host, Shady, taking you into 2026. Don't forget, EBDB do with you guys tomorrow night, first show of the year. EBDB do, you starting us off, and I'm ending you guys off 2025. Hope you guys doing well. Let's just get some engagement. I know the last time I got in a bit of trouble for this, but it's New Year's Eve, guys, so I don't think we can get in a lot of problems, okay? So we're just going to wait for some engagements. Ladies and gentlemen, in today's show, first up, you guys know we need to do the preview of last night's game, a humdinger game, my God. Top of the table clash, the Arsenal versus Aston Villa. Remember, Ibrahim will be with you guys tomorrow with the EB show, and he'll do the review of the Manchester United versus Wolves. And that, as you guys know, ended up in a 1-1. The Arsenal 4, Aston Villa 1. My God, humdinger. Let's just wait for one or two people to come in. Let's do this, ladies and gentlemen. Klaushapa Ding Dong, it is New Year's Eve. I'm not going to be with you guys for a long time, but like I said, we've got the review. We've got Inside Arsenal. We're going to get a dip into a little bit of the injuries and what's going on there. Thereafter, in our next segment, we have got some Kasi style football, and this football is our local is Lekker. That's Safa Shady and Safa Bafana Bafana doing absolutely amazing in AFCON, and I got a story to tell you guys. And last but not least, the word of the day. I got a humdinger for you guys. Hope you guys well, loud and clear, ladies and gentlemen. We're only going to do this for 10-15 seconds, or else I'm going to get into trouble from YouTube and from EBDB. But it's the Shady Show. Klaus Shapa, it does not start if we do not have the intro. Are you guys ready? Dance with me. Come on. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. I got a Spider-Man glass. Are we ready to rock and roll? Let's get the engagement going. Ooh. Amazing stuff. Welcome. Guys, once again, the Shady Show on Gunning to Old Trafford. Don't forget to like, share, comment, hit that bell notification to keep in touch, in tune with everything. We mean everything from Gunning to Old Trafford. Amazing stuff, ladies and gentlemen. As you guys know, coming off a little bit of a scary win against Brighton at home on Saturday. All the analysts and all of these fly-by-night supporters and rival fans, we're going to bottle it again and all of that. We get a 11th streak win with Unai Emery's Aston Villa at the Emirates. About 4 weeks ago, they beat us 2-1 at Uppington Park. This was personal. It was personal. Let's get into it. Amazing stuff. The Emirates was pumping. Mikel Arteta said, you come with your shin pads. You come there and you're going to be our 12th man. This is a top of the table clash. We are 5 points ahead. Let's jump straight into it. Guys, Aston Villa start off like a house on fire. They do so well. They start off, and obviously Unai Emery and Emi Martinez try the art of war, the dark arts of football. And trust me, it lasted only for about 45 minutes, and thereafter it was a Klaus Schapper. Let's get into it. So yeah, Unai Emery and Emi Martinez, very naughty, trying to slow the game, trying to get into the heads of the Arsenal team, trying to, late tackles. So the first 45 minutes, it works. The first half, they control the game. Arsenal feel a bit rattled in the Emirates, but hold on with defensive brilliance. My God. Ladies and gentlemen, Saliba. Let's talk about Saliba, guys. Come on, man. Those tackles, when he plays with Gabriel at the back, so confident, what a player. Ladies and gentlemen, William Saliba, world class. Let me just remind you guys, Real Madrid did absolutely everything to stop William Saliba from signing that renewal this year. Saliba spoke to Gabriel and Arteta, and he chose to make history at the Arsenal. Now, genuinely, nothing but respect and admiration for the level of desire to win here from William Saliba. My guys, what a player. I mean, the Rolls Royce, even Virgil van Dijk said, you don't get a player like this. So getting into there, I mean, and also the first half, this is for all you Arsenal supporters. Yes, Declan Rice doesn't start, big loss. We start with Gyökeres. We do what we need to do. We get into the opposing half. We try and play. But Aston Villa, so strong. Then we need to change things a bit in the first half. Andre Onana. Not Andre Onana, jokes, man. It was United. Onana from Aston Villa in the center of the park. This boy was bullying Marino. He was bullying Zubamendi. And then it changes. After the 20th minute, Arteta sends a message to Marino and he says, you now going to man mark Onana. What happens? He says, don't worry, you get a yellow card. You do whatever you need to do. Vrak the VAR, he's on him, he pins him down. That leads to Onana leaving the field because he's injured. And that brings on Highway Sheila. Let me tell you something, Mikel Arteta was absolutely brilliant last night. If you guys are doubting this guy, please doubt him at your own accord. What he has done for the Arsenal is excellent, par excellent, as they say. Rebuilding the team and really going from strength to strength. So yeah, so first half they got us, the dark arts work. Emi Martinez slowing the game down. But my God, second half, here we go. We come out positive, we come out driving, we come out hungry. And my God, it doesn't even take a few minutes. Corner. The king of Brazil, he goes up. A beautiful delivery from Trossard. We make it 1-0. And after that, ladies and gentlemen, it is tic-tac, tika-taka, whatever you want to say. We dismantle Aston Villa. This just shows the incredible team that we've got. And you know what? For all you lousy losers out there and you haters out there, why is it when Arsenal do things you guys hate so much? But anyway, we'll get down to that second half. So we go. We start playing like champions. We smart. We start dominating. A beautiful corner. Gabriel goes up. I mean, set piece kings. Call us what you want. Old goal FC, set piece FC. You don't get an own goal by just having an own goal. There must have been something you did positively for that team to make a mistake. So amazing stuff. Amazing. There we go. I mean, Martinez gets a taste of his own medicine. And then the keeper, the gatekeeper, Martin Zubamendi. Now, I played in that number 6 role. And it is the best feeling in the world when you make a run from deep and you pass your center attacking midfielder and the defenders don't see you coming. Martin Zubamendi, what a run. Pass Odegaard. Odegaard wins the ball in the Aston Villa half, and Zubamendi makes the gatekeeper run. This boy is dynamic. He's what a player. He read it in. A champagne pass by Martin Odegaard, the conductor, and Martin Zubamendi makes it 2-0. And by then, ladies and gentlemen, the Emirates is rocking. Arsenal are rocking. Unai Emery doesn't know what hit him. And then, ladies and gentlemen, we start moving, we start getting composure, we start passing the ball around, we start moving, we start doing what we need to do. Now the squad depth needs to make, and we need to make a difference. Here we go Norgard for Marino, we bring on Lewis Kelly for Gabby. That now really strengthens us out. It gives Gabby a little bit of a rest, and then we start playing. Leandro Trossard. Ladies and gentlemen, in the first half, Bukayo didn't even have the ball. Bukayo was making late runs. He was delaying the play. But most of the play was going on the left-hand side. It's been a long time since we've seen the Arsenal go on the left-hand side. And just got Aston Villa mixed up. Trossard, Leandro Trossard. When you cut in with your right foot, he uses Tielemans as his little figure there just to show him the angle. Obviously, Tielemans there, behind him, Emi Martinez, and he bends the ball around. Amazing stuff, ladies and gentlemen. And then thereafter, here we go, 55 seconds later, Gabriel Jesus, my God, a touch of class. He comes in there, oh man, it was absolutely a dominant performance, a second half performance worth champions. Worth champions. As you guys know, Man City playing on Thursday. That gap could go down to 2 points, but currently 5 points ahead. And then Mikel Arteta starts playing around, and this is what he does. He brings on Nkapie. So when he takes out, now this just shows, guys, and myself and Ibrahim was speaking to you guys about the versatile players that Arteta brings on. So he brings in Nkapie next to Saliba, and that solidifies things. Lewis Kelly starts moving, and we start really playing. Then we got Gyökeres for Jesus. 55 seconds later, Jesus does what he does, and that's for the writing is on the wall. The only negative part was us conceding, but David Raya, that debate is over. That debate is over. Say what you guys want. This boy is world class. He has been 3 consecutive years. He has been the goalkeeper of the year. He has been the top goal sheet and less goals conceded in the past 3 years. Obviously, sharing it, I think last year it was with Pickford and the year before with Alisson Becker. But I'm just going to stop it just there. Let's just jump. That's it. 4-1 humdinging. We're going into 2026. 5 points ahead. We're looking dangerous. We're looking good. But also, having said that and being so positive, is that if you guys remember in 2021, we were also on top of Christmas. And that's where we really didn't do what we needed to do. And that's where the club, and obviously, this is where the squad depth really plays a huge part. So we've got the players, we've got the personnel, we've got our men, we're getting there, EBDB. We're getting to the AFCON. We're at the Arsenal at the moment. And yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that is the preview. Amazing stuff. Good to see Benjamin White back. Good to see Noni Madueke giving Bukayo Saka a bit of a rest. On the injury front, Mosquera still looking 4 to 6 weeks. Ben White looking very good. Declan Basmati Rice, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk about Declan Basmati Rice. This boy can do everything. He was sorely missed yesterday. Sorely missed. Passing, tackles, aerial duels, short passing, long passing, dead balls, free kicks, long range shooting, short range passing, long throws, direct free kicks, 1v1s, channel defending, pressing, box to box, center mid as a 8, center mid as a 6. This guy can play center back and right back. He stands alone. He's world class. That is Declan Basmati Rice, ladies and gentlemen. Declan Basmati Rice, what a player, what an impact. 100 million pounds, we owe West Ham another 100 million. But unfortunately, we're not going to do that. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. We're pushing. It's a review, Ibi. Jazakallah. You guys know when Ibi's not next to me, I make these type of mistakes. New Year's, here we go. Iklau Shapa, what's life without making a couple of mistakes? So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. And yeah, Gabriel Jesus, 1 year in the making. After 1 year, coming back, really showing what pure discipline and pure perseverance brings to a footballer. And I'm just so happy for him. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, Leandro Trossard. Almost sold by the Arsenal, almost thrown out by the Arsenal fans. I don't know what kind of Arsenal fans. But holding on to Trossard in this window might be one of the sharpest decisions the club has ever made. He's been so reliable, delivering week in, week out, and remains one of Arsenal's standout performances this year. Let me know, jump in those comments. A lot of guys are out for New Year's, but don't worry, this is going to be on YouTube. You guys can go back, and don't forget, tomorrow night, EBDB with the review of Manchester United versus Wolves. Let's go in there. Ivory Coast 2 down against Gabon. Oh, Ibi, thank you so much for that. Thoughts of AFCON going amazing, guys. That's inside the Arsenal. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Klaushapa Ding Dong. Unai Emery. Oh, before we go, all of you Arsenal fans and rival fans out there that said that you guys even tried to compare Mikel Arteta and Unai Emery. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, there's a reason Unai Emery is at Aston Villa, and there's a reason Mikel Arteta is at the Arsenal. Pure style, pure finesse. Arteta oozes all of this. Aura. I mean, look at Unai Emery. Couldn't even greet Mikel Arteta after the game. Nah, this is not what Arsenal needed. You were not a good fit for Arsenal. Yes, you were the Europa champion. You took us to the final. We never won. And if you guys remember, the second season Unai Emery was with Arsenal, we also had an 11-game streak when we had Aubameyang. What happened after the 11-game streak? He lost the change room. He lost trust in the Arsenal board. And this introduced Mikel Arteta. I rest my case. Shapa ding dong. Mikel Arteta for life. What happens? Yes, Mikel Arteta doesn't win the league this year. He walks. He walks. He walks like a man. But what he's done for Arsenal after Arsene Wenger, and let me tell you, if he wins this league this year, you guys can say what you people want. This doesn't put him in the Wenger, Ferguson, Pep, but it puts him amongst the best. Remember, guys, Klopp did it with Manchester United, where you guys were like totally down and he had to rebuild. Took him 5 years. Took Mikel Arteta 6 years. We were in much deeper tatters than you guys. So, I mean, give those guys his flowers. Mikel Arteta, love you, my man. Keep on pushing. I trust you. And in Mikel, we trust. That is number 1 down, ladies and gentlemen. I don't want to play you any music. We might get into trouble. We want to keep this less than 30 minutes. So let's jump in. So, I tasted EBDB Doo's, or I whet his appetite, and I told you guys that we have a little bit of a surprise. Now remember the Shady Show, uncensored, unfiltered, and unscripted. Let's jump in. Number 2, AFCON Bafana Bafana. Don't forget, guys, the YouTube review and preview is there of Bafana Bafana. 3, Zimbabwe. 2. What a display. Absolutely amazing. Please jump on there. Give it a like. Jump slide technically into his comments. Myself and Ibrahim was so excited. We really enjoyed it. But let's talk about grassroots football. Let's talk about South African football. Do you know, on the bench at the AFCON, we currently have got 3 20-year-old boys, right? And our average of our team at this AFCON is only 24 years old. Hugo Bruce, the coolest guy in Morocco, kudos to you, respect to you. You believed in who we are. You didn't take out our identity. Ibola ule tu iklau shapa ding dong. Shusha in piano. That's how we move the ball. No fear, no fear. And absolutely amazing. So I want to tell you guys a little bit, and as you guys know, I'm a coach, or I try and be a coach. You know, there's a lot of guys that want to be coaches now, but I'm a coach, and I've been doing it for a couple of years now. And I need to tell you guys something, that we are from Vereeniging, and if you guys know that our region is called Imfuleni. And in our Imfuleni, we are divided into 3 parts. So this takes this makes the LFA. So you've got Heidelberg, you've got Midval, and you've got Sedibeng. Sorry, you've got Sedibeng. So these 3 make up Sedibeng. So it's Imfuleni, Midval, and Heidelberg. They make up Imfuleni. So we have championships and stuff. And I need to tell you guys, there are 2 players that are in the Bafana Bafana squad at the moment. A 20-year-old boy from the dusty grounds of Sebokeng Sharpeville. This boy, the son of the soil, Ralabohile Mufokeng Ikau Shapa Ding Dong. 20 years old, boys. Ladies and gentlemen, now understand why I'm bringing these players in, because we keep on talking about an easy way out to make it in international football. There's no easy way out. If you're born in South Africa, you need to prove yourself in South Africa, and that's how you go up. There's no way that, Daddy, give me 200,000 rand, let me go to France. There's enough Mbappes in France. There's plenty of them. We're not Mbappes. We South Africa. We proudly South Africa. We do things the Mzansi style. So for you guys who think there's no future in football, there's no future in football in South Africa, think again. You are so wrong. Yes, it takes time. But Mufokeng, let me tell you guys something. His father, Sichaba Mufokeng, also was a professional player, and he played for Tuks and FC Royals. Now, let me tell you guys about the story of Ralabohile. Ralabohile, Sibukeng, down the road, Zone 3 Stadium, next to Spa. That's where the boy played his trade. He played for Celta Vigo. At the age of 9 years old, Transnet School of Excellence scoops up Ralabohile Mofokeng and it take him away from the VAR. And the rest is history. The rest is history. He goes into the School of Excellence. He makes it in the under 15 national squad, under 17 national squad. And then he gets his big move to Orlando Pirates. And he becomes the star boy of South Africa. What a player. I've seen him when he was about 6-7 years old playing. Absolutely brilliant. He was a shorty. But then obviously, like I said, 9 years old, his dad took him to School of Excellence. And that's where we knew a star was going to be born. But that's just the cherry on top of the cream cake. Now I'm going to put the cherry on top of the cherry on top of the cherry cake. Listen to this, ladies and gentlemen. Tsapang Moremi. Tsapang Moremi. I just got off the phone with his coach a few hours ago. And I told him that I'm actually going to tell the world the story of Tsapang Moremi. He did send Tsapang a message. Don't know if Tsapang, I don't know if he's on here or he's going to watch this. But Tsapang Moremi, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Sharpeville Benfica. The Wolves. Sharpeville Benfica. Timo Motsepe. Coach Timo Motsepe. I will never ever forget, guys. Tsapang Moremi is born in the year 2000. He's exactly the same age like a few of my superstars that I had. And in 2015, remember now, Tsapang played with Sharpeville Benfica. And Sharpeville Benfica's grassroots was done with us locally, with Vereniging Old Boys in Roshni and VUT and NWU. And Coach Timo always used to tell me, this is my star. This is my boy. So Timo always used to, go above and beyond. And he always said, Coach, this guy is going to make it far. So anyway, playing. Tsapang Moremi is 15 years old. He gets selected to play in the under 15 national squad. He then moves from Sharpeville Benfica, where he'd been playing for 6 years old, from 6 years old, also with my brother at the VUT development from the age from 7 to 9 years old. He then moves, his first moves, he goes to Bikankaza Pondo Chiefs. That's in the Eastern Cape. He plays in the NFD there for 1 season. He then goes on loan to Amazulu in the PSL 2022-2023, Young Player of the Year award winner. And then he goes to JDR Lions in the ABC Motsepe League. And then he gets the move that every Val wants. Baka. And that is Tsapang Moremi, ladies and gentlemen. From the dusty grounds of Sharpeville, for the VUT grounds, the Roshni soccer grounds, Tsapang Moremi is the son of the soil. And the story I wanted to tell you guys is that, and myself and his coach were laughing because in 2016, the last team of VOB made it into the playoffs. So let me explain to you guys, but I hope I don't get into trouble for this here, right? So what happens in the Hollywood Bets? That time it was the SAB League, now it's called Hollywood Bet. So I hope you guys know how it works. So you have your LFA, so it's like a triangle, right? You have your LFA, so this is like your Super League. After your Super League is your divisions, and 17, 15, 13, and it goes down. Then you've got your LFA, that creates your foundation of your LFA. Thereafter, you go to the SAB League, which becomes your semi-pro, and now it's called the Hollywood Bets. Thereafter, you go to the ABC Motsepe, which is our 3rd division. Thereafter, you go to NFD, which is our 2nd division. That is the championship in England. And then you go to PSL. So understand where our local team was, VOB, understand where the link of Tsapang Moremi came. He played against us here in Roshni. Absolutely dinkum. One day, we're going to invite his coach, it's Timo, onto gunning to Old Trafford, and he'll go through the determination and the skill and the desire Tsapang had. And wow, here he is scoring the first goal against Zimbabwe in the AFCON, and it is amazing. So yeah, so he gets that, he moves on, and so what happens when you win the league? For you to get a shot, so you win Super League, to get a shot into the Hollywood bets, you need to go into a playoff. So that will be three teams. It will be the winner of Shady versus the winner of Midval versus the winner of Heidelberg. And from that three, it will be a weekend of playoffs. From the three, two teams go into the Hollywood bets. Unfortunately, we won it twice before that, but this one, we just didn't make it. Because we were allowed to obviously choose from different teams, players which you'd like to use from Imfuleni to try and beat the other local football associations. And you guys won't believe it. Tsapang Moremi was one of the 7 boys loaned to Vereniging Old Boys to go out there and win the playoffs in 2016. Unfortunately, he couldn't make it because he was still on camp. I still had a fantastic team. If you guys know Mohamed Kessam, Cole Palmer, what a player. I had him on the wing. I had Charlton on the other wing. I had my brother Moases Kessam in the center of the park. Faiz Ghulam, ladies and gentlemen, talking about football, and all you guys think there's no footballers. Faiz Ghulam was at the tender age of 13 years old. He represented South African provincial Gauteng team in Italy. He drove from the airport to Heidelberg because Maremi and the 3 other guys didn't come, and we had a problem in attack. So, yeah, so kudos, man. I mean, we have guys in Roshni walking around that have played at a decent level, but not there. Not there. And we can't get there if we put our brains and we start understanding what we want out of life. There's no easy way, guys. No easy way. Yeah, jumping onto it, I mean, listen to this here, guys. We have a guy by the name of Shanray Campbell, 20 years old from Boksburg. This boy plays for Club Brugge in the Belgian Pro League. Hasn't featured in the AFCON yet. We've got a player like Tylen Smith from Cape Town Stellenbosch, plays for the championship team in England, QPR Rangers. And you sitting there and telling me South African football has a problem? Hi, Kona. And you sitting there and telling me there's no opportunities? Hi, Kona. You make your opportunities. You make it happen. Don't blame this one. Oh, listen. Because this is unscripted, don't be a could have, should have, and would have. Do what you guys need to do. Yeah, 2 boys from our local surroundings that are playing at the highest level in Morocco in the AFCON Cup. What stops us? What stops us? We're not entitled. Far from entitled. That is the AFCON roundup. And I will stand behind these boys till the day my eyes close. Bafana Bafana, this is where it starts. It'll shapa ding dong. I mean, Sedi Bang. Roshni, let's start in Roshni. We had a Bafana player in Roshni. We had few Bafana players in Rustenburg. Every single town in Vereniging, we've had Bafana players. So tell me there's no talent here. Tell me there's no talent here. I will argue with you till the day I close my eyes. We've got talent. It's just the way we use it. Amazing stuff, ladies and gentlemen. That is chapter number 2. We're now going to jump on to chapter number 3. And chapter number 3 is the end. As you guys know. Cheers, ladies and gentlemen. We're going into the 2026 with a humdinger. Starting us off in 2026. Sir Ibrahim Chunara with the Ibi show tomorrow night. Thursday night. We are now at the word of the day. Ladies and gentlemen, proudly brought to you by Gunning to Old Trafford. Let's talk. A few weeks ago, we spoke about kindness. Last week, we spoke about hardship. Obviously, choose your hardship. We're always going to have hardships. That's life. It's important. Wake up every single day. Wake up, give it your best. Do what you need to do. Enjoy your life because we're not promised tomorrow. So yeah, guys, today I want to speak to you guys about assuming positive impact. Always assume positive. Right? So, and this is about giving people the benefit of the doubt. Right? So, Someone cuts you off in traffic one day. Giving the benefit of the doubt. Maybe the guy is rushing to the hospital. Maybe he needs to go to the toilet. Your teacher in school or your manager, he scolds you one day. Or she scolds you one day. Or they tell you something which is silly. Just look at him and say, wow, this guy here probably had a problem at home this morning. He probably didn't have his breakfast. So, ladies and gentlemen, always be positive. Having an argument with them will get you nowhere. So always assume and always give people the benefit of the doubt. We have no idea what they're going through. And that's what I try and do. If somebody does something nasty to me, I look at them and I say, oh, but hey, maybe he's just not in a good mood. Maybe he just never went to the blue. Maybe he just never got something to eat. So always try and be positive. And a small story about being positive, and always do things which is correct. And the most importantly, do things correctly when nobody's looking. So I'll tell you guys a bit of a story before we go. And this is a story about the frog and the scorpion. So one day, now picture this here, guys. Picture this here. There's a big river in the middle. On this side on the river, we have a big fire coming. The only way to survive in this forest is that all the animals need to get over to the other side of the forest. But the way to get to the other side of the forest, they need to pass this big river. And now you see all of these animals running. And you see Mr. Frog, you hop. He jumps into the river and he hears Mr. Scorpion scream from the other side of there. Hey, Mr. Scorpion. Hey, Mr. Frog, please save me. So the frog turns around and he says, but Scorpion, you're going to kill me. He says, no, how can you kill me? How can I do that if you're going to save my life? So Mr. Frog says, but no, I don't know if I can do this. Because when we were on that side, I was your prey. You wanted to eat me. But anyway, the good frog he turns around and he puts the scorpion in his back and they hop, and they get to the other side. What do you think happens next? The scorpion turns around and he stings the frog. And the frog is dying. Oh. But Scorpion asks, Scorpion, tell me one thing before I die. Why did you sting me? I saved your life. The scorpion replies, it's in my nature. Let that sink in, ladies and gentlemen. It is in my nature. Now, as humans, we've got kindness. It's not in our nature to hurt the next person. It's in our nature to be kind, to be love. It's in our nature to take care of the next person. It's in our nature to want what's good is for us, must be good for the next person. Hope this helps you guys here, guys. Amazing stuff. 2025 has been a tough year. And I spoke to you guys, I think a few weeks ago, and I told you that there's been many problems this year. But let's count our small blessings. 2025 was a year for small blessings. And if you count all those small blessings, it's a huge blessing. So I wish you and your family a fantastic 2026. I was a bit nervous doing the Shady show this evening because today is not the best day for myself and my family. But the show needs to go on. I've made a promise that our voice, myself and Ibrahim, are here for you guys. We want you guys. If you guys are having any issues, life is not easy, reach out to us. We're here to talk. We're all going through something. I always tell people it's easy knowing somebody's name, but try and know their story because there's more to it. So always assume positive impact. Give the next person the benefit of the doubt. That's all, ladies and gentlemen. Life can be very, very easy. I leave you guys for 2025 with the word of the day. And may I share with you some words of wisdom that were found on a wall of an orphanage in Calcutta, India. If you are kind, people may accuse you of selfish, ulterior motives. Be kind anyway. What you spend years building, someone could destroy overnight. Build anyway. The good you do today, people will often forget. Do good anyway. Give the world the best you have, and it may never be good enough. But give the world the best anyway. Because you see, ladies and gentlemen, in the final analysis of life, it is between you and God anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, amazing stuff. Iklau Shapa Ding Dong. We are gunning to Old Trafford. Iklau Shapa Ding Dong. That's the Shady Show. Don't forget to like, share, comment, hit the bell notification. Tell us more slight tackle in those DMs. See you guys tomorrow with Ibidi Do. Where are you? Iklau Shapa Ding Dong. Shebele for 2025. All the best, ladies and gentlemen. Saya bola.